Yes, good morning. A very good morning, Shomollo. Welcome to the class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let me allow the others. I think Shomodip and Orgho also joined us right now. A very good morning,
morning,
to
sir.
all of you. Yes, a very good morning. So I guess I am visible, and I do hope I am audible also to all of you. So I am now sharing the screen. It will be a revision class based on the chapter that is very important for your upcoming examination. The name of the chapter is We Are Not Afraid to Die If We All Can Be Together. Okay, a very interesting chapter. So I am now sharing the screen with all of you. I guess the screen will be visible shortly. So it is getting processed. Yes. So I guess I have presented the screen. Now I am about to present the content to all of you. Well, I have uploaded the content. I guess it will be visible shortly. Yes. So I guess you can all see the content. Is the content visible to all of you? Yes. Is the material visible to all of you? Can you all see it? Yes. Shomodip, Orgho. Is it visible, Shomollo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I will be just discussing, I will be highlighting some important points, and if there is any doubt anywhere, you all can clarify. I'm reducing the font size a bit so that it can be comprised and it can be clearly visible to all of you. So as you know, the name of the chapter, We Are Not Afraid to Die If We All Can Be Together. Yes.
Sir, it was not visible.
Now
it is visible.
Now it is visible. Okay, fine. So now all of you can see it? Yes. Okay. So let us move on then. So first of all, I am moving on to the second slide. I guess the first slide is visible to all of you. Okay. So hereby I am moving on to the second slide. So what was Gordon Cook's desire? We have to know this one. What was actually his intention? What was his desire? You all know about it by this time that, okay, I guess there is someone on the line. Let me allow. Yes, I think Mohanjit joined us right now. A very good morning. Welcome to the class. Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I guess the screen is visible to all of you. So basically, what was Gordon Cook's desire? What was his intention actually? What he wanted to achieve? Now, he wanted to sail in his own boat, and I guess you know the name of that boat. It is Wave Walker, and he wanted to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. So he wanted to replicate the voyage made by one of his ancestors, a famous explorer by the name of Captain James Cook, almost 2 centuries earlier. That means almost 200 years earlier. So that was his main desire. That was his main, mission, we can say, that he wanted to sail in his own boat, and he wanted to replicate or duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by the world famous explorer Captain James Cook. Okay. Now I am moving on to the next slide. Since it's a revision class, so I will be highlighting the important things only. I guess this part is visible to all of you. Captain James Cook, can you all see this part? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, Captain James Cook, as I told you, world famous explorer. He traveled around the whole world. 7th November 1728. He was born, and 14th Feb 1779 he died. Was a British explorer, navigator, cartographer, and captain in the British Royal Navy. Now, I guess all the meanings are very clear to all of you. I just want to ask you that what is the meaning of this word, cartographer? In Ranga's marriage, you have read about it. So, can any one of you throw some light on that? What is the meaning of the term cartographer? Yes, anyone? Yes, Shomodip, Shomollo, Orgho, Mohanjit, anyone? What can be the meaning of cartographer? Yes, any idea? You have read this term In
Uh,
Ranga's marriage also.
Sir, a man who
Yes.
sir, a man who draws map.
Yes, very good.
Sir, a man who draws map.
Yes, absolutely right. A man who draws map, designs map, okay, knows a lot about map pointing, okay. So that person is known as a cartographer. Very good, very good. Yes, so see, he was actually not only an explorer. Definitely, the whole world knows him as a very famous British explorer, but he was a navigator also. He was a cartographer, as one of you rightly commented, one who designs maps, draws maps, correct? And most importantly, he was the captain also in the British Royal Navy. Okay, that is something very important. I am moving on to the next slide. I guess the slide is visible to all of you. The story is a first person account of the narrator Gordon Cook. Remember it, it is written in first person narrative, or rather to say, the story is actually a first person account of the narrator Gordon Cook. That means whatever is happening or whatever did happen, we get to know everything from the narrator, Captain Gordon Cook. Okay, he was actually the captain also of that ship Wave Walker. Now I am moving on to the next slide. I guess this particular slide is also visible to all of you. Yes, so basically what sort of a story is this? This is actually a real one. So basically what we learn from this particular chapter, that one we have to know. See, the story "We Are Not Afraid to Die, If We Can All Be Together" is a story of extreme courage. Okay, very, very important line, dear students. Very, very important line. I am highlighting it. Is a story of extreme courage and skills exhibited by, I am highlighting the entire thing so that you all can see. Now basically it is a story of extreme courage and skills exhibited by Gordon Cook, his family members and crewmen in a war with water and waves for survival. Very, very important line. Very important line. It was a war. Man against nature, or rather to say in other words or in other terms, man against the fury of nature. It was a war with water and waves, okay, for survival. I repeat one more time. And the extreme courage, determination, skill, okay, all these things were exhibited not only by Gordon Cook but also by his family members and also by the crewmen. Okay, I guess you remember there were two crewmen in a war with water and waves. Ultimately for what? Ultimately for survival. Okay, so this is the core concept. Okay, this is the main core concept of this particular story, or we can say of this particular chapter, that the courage and determination, the skills exhibited by Gordon Cook, his family, his crew and his crewmen in a war with water and waves for survival. Okay, so now I am proceeding towards the next one. This is a very, very inspiring story. Can you all see it? Is it visible to all of you? Okay, up to this, whatever I discussed till now, is there any doubt at the back of your mind? Yes, anyone? Any doubt? Shomodip, Shomollo, Orgho, Mohanjit? Any doubt? Okay, fine.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So let us move on. See, this is a very inspiring story. Very, very inspiring story, because at the end of the day, when you read the entire story, it's a real story. It happened actually. It will teach you many things. Okay, first one, obviously what it will teach you? It will teach you importance of endurance. Now what is endurance? See, it is written here, the capacity of something to last or to withstand wear and tear. That is the meaning of endurance. Obviously, to stay hopeful, no matter how difficult a situation is in life, it is advisable that we should stay hopeful, we should be optimistic, we should stay positive. See, impact of optimism in one's life, very important. Role of family, okay, and we find togetherness in the family. We find that the children, Suzanne and Jonathan, Suzanne was only 7 years and Jonathan was 6 years. Despite they are very young, they also showed enough courage. And not only that, they motivated their father, and they motivated the other members of the family, including the crew members also. Okay, and one important thing, age is just a number. Why I am saying this? Because see, directly Jonathan and Susan haven't participated along with the other members, crew members, or with Gordon Cook, okay, or with their mother Mary, but ultimately they also played a very important role because they kept on motivating their father. I repeat one more time, the two children we find in this first person narrative of Gordon Cook, we find that they kept on motivating their father. We find it. And ultimately we can say age is just a number. Role of family. In this is very inspiring story. We find that the unity is there in the family. We find the impact of optimism also, and obviously importance of endurance. Okay, no matter what will happen, let us all stay together. This story ultimately teaches us whatever might be the situation in life, how difficult, how complicated the situations might be, we can win over it. How we can win over it? If we stay positive, if we stay courageous, and most importantly, if we stay together, then only we can win over any difficult situation in life. Okay, now I am proceeding towards the next one. I guess the next important slide is also visible. The narrator drives home the message, and what is the message we get from this particular chapter? That optimism, strong willpower, grit, determination, and the strong support of the family can help one come out of any disastrous situation with success and enriching experience. This is what I was talking about, dear students. This was what I repeated also in my previous slide, that if you are optimistic, if you have a very strong willpower, if you are courageous, okay, if you show strength of character, if you are determined, and obviously if you get the strong support of your family members, no matter how tough, no matter how disastrous a situation is, you and your family and the others, if we all stay united, we can come out of it. And obviously at the end of the day, it will be a successful experience, it will be an enriching experience. That is also this is the main we can say the main idea that we find in this story also. So what are the things that you have to remember, and what is the message that the writer wanted to give with the help of this particular chapter? That is the optimism, strong willpower, grit, determination, and the strong support of the family members. All these things are essential because all these things ultimately will help you to overcome the difficult situation in life and will ultimately lead you to success and enriching experience in life. That is what we get to know. That is what we are able to find in this particular chapter. That if we all stay united, if we are determined, if we remain hopeful, optimistic, if our willpower is very strong, if we are courageous, then ultimately we can be successful. And obviously the experience at the end of the day will be not a painstaking one, it will be an enriching experience. Okay. Now I am moving on to the next important slide. Okay, dear students, can you see this particular slide? Is it visible to all of you? It's a very important slide. Yes, Orko, Shomodip, Mohanjit, Shomollo, this slide is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so here we can get some of the character names, and some of the pictures are also been given so that you can be well acquainted with them. So Gordon Cook is the main character, he is the narrator. So it is written in first person narrative, and we get to know at the very beginning only, in the very first page, in the very first NCERT, in the NCERT textbook, in the very first page only we get to know about him. And not only about him, we get to know about the other family members also. Like just like Gordon Cook, a 37-year-old businessman, Mary, Cook's wife, Susan, 7-year-old daughter, Jonathan, 6-year-old son. Apart from that, we find 2 crew members. Okay, their contribution is immense. If we read the entire chapter, if we go through the entire chapter, we will find that the contribution of the crewmen or the crew members were immense. Like Larry Vigil, he was an American. Half Sigler, he was a Swiss man. Okay, now the boat Wave Walker, 23 meter 30 ton. Okay, wooden hulled beauty. I guess you remembered, it was been told the Wave Walker 23 meter 30 ton wooden hulled beauty. Very, very important all these are. So I am now moving on, because I guess these things are very much clear to you. These are the list of the characters. Remember, the Wave Walker is also a character. Okay, though it is an inanimate character, but Wave Walker also plays a very important role. Now this is the Gordon Cook's family's family picture that is now displayed in front of you. I guess it is visible to all of you. It's all real pictures. Now this is the part of the ship, that is the Wave Walker. Okay, now I am moving on to the next one. What was the purpose of the voyage? Okay, I guess there is someone on the line. Just hold on. Yes, I think Shododeep joined us right now. Good morning. Welcome to the class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So this was the family picture of Gordon Cook, and this was actually the designs related with the Wave Walker. Now I am moving on to this slide. Yes, purpose of the voyage. Now what was the main purpose? We have to know it. That what was the purpose? Obviously it was been told earlier also that the main purpose of Gordon Cook was that he wanted to replicate, he wanted to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. That means exactly just like Captain James Cook undertaken almost 2 centuries ago a voyage around the world, Gordon Cook wanted also to do exactly the same thing. So that is the purpose of the voyage. I am now moving on. This is very interesting. Preparations for the voyage, what they did and how they prepared. It was not an overnight plan. It has taken a lot of time. Okay, because for Gordon and Mary, they had to spend 16 years, okay, doing a lot of training, okay, learning about seafaring adventures, and then only they decided to plunge. They decided to get involved with this. But before that, it was a long-term plan, and almost for 16 years, okay, they had did all sort of training. See, it is written, for the past 16 years, the narrator and his wife had been spending their leisure time honing. Honing means sharpening up their seafaring skills in British waters. So for the past 16 years, okay, and it is not a short period of time. It is almost 1.5 decades. Okay, they made all the preparation. Okay, they did training. Okay, and then finally they decided that it's time that we should actually travel around the whole world. And obviously the boat was also built professionally. I guess you remember the name of the boat. It is Wave Walker. The narrator and his wife had spent months fitting it out and testing it in the roughest weather they could find. Immediately they haven't went out. They had taken a rigorous plan. 16 years of training was behind this particular voyage. Remember, you can use the term voyage, V-O-Y-A-G-E. And remember, the Wave Walker, the boat, they had tested it, okay, in the roughest weather, okay, they could find. And finally, when they are satisfied with the endurance capability or the capacity of the Wave Walker, finally they had decided to undertake the voyage. The main purpose was to replicate the round the world voyage that was undertaken almost 200 years ago by Captain Cook. Okay, so they wanted to and that means by Captain James Cook. So they wanted to replicate, particularly Gordon Cook wanted to replicate the voyage that was earlier undertaken by successfully by Captain James Cook almost 200 years earlier. Okay, now I am moving on to the next one. Okay, the first leg of the journey. What is the meaning of the term leg? Leg means the first phase of the journey. Remember, at the very beginning there was no such problem, but as they left Cape Town, okay, then the main problem started with the weather. So remember, in the text also, in the NCERT text also, you will find a particular year being mentioned. I hope you all remember that year by this time. It is 1976. I hope you remembered by this time. It is given at the very beginning only. Yes, Bishwajit, good morning. Welcome to the class. Okay, so let me move on. In July 1976, the narrator, his wife Mary, son Jonathan, and daughter Susan set sail from Plymouth, England. And obviously, what was their intention? Okay, that they wanted to duplicate the round the world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. Okay, and obviously they had undertaken the voyage in their professionally built ship. And what is the name of their ship? Wave Walker. I told you that at the very beginning of their journey there was no danger as such. Okay, it passed pleasantly. That means they covered 105,000 kilometer journey very pleasantly. Okay, and they sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. Okay, up to that there was no problem as such. So the first phase of their journey passed pleasantly and smoothly. There was no problem. But after that, okay, the weather will change and situation will turn worse. Okay, now let us move on. Yes, before heading east from Cape Town, they had recruited 2 experienced sailors. Sailors also you can say 2 experienced crewmen. And one's name is Larry Vigil. Another one is a Swiss man by the name of Herb Sigler. Remember their names, remember their spellings. Okay, Larry Vigil. Okay, and the Swiss man name is Herb Sigler. Seigler. And why they were being taken? They were being taken to tackle one of the world's roughest seas, the Southern Indian Ocean. I have specially designed it, okay, because the Southern Indian Ocean is very important for all of you to remember. In order to tackle the Southern Indian Ocean, they had recruited 2 experienced sailors along with them in the course of their journey as they started heading towards east from Cape Town in South Africa. One is an American by the name of Larry Vigil. Another one is a Swiss man by the name of Herb Sigler. Okay, I guess up to this it is clear to all of you. Is there any questions at the back of your mind? Do you want to share some doubts, or is there any doubt, or up to this it is clear to all of you? Dear students, it is clear to all of you? Please respond. Yes, and sir. Let me know. Okay, fine. Okay, so now I am moving on. See what is the heading been given. Beginning of the trouble. As I told you, as they headed towards east from Cape Town, slowly and slowly the weather changed. Okay, I have given some pictures here that will let you clear that what sort of a weather they faced during this time. Strong winds or gale storms started blowing for few days, and a gale storm is something that never worried the narrator, but the size of the sea waves are gigantic. It is almost 15 meters, as high as the main mast. That is something that was a cause of worry. Okay, that was something that worried the narrator, but the narrator was not worried about the strong gales. Okay, now I am moving on. See, a timeline is given. I should have told earlier, I am saying once again, though when I actually discussed this chapter, I told you all at that time that the timeline is very, very important. You have to know about the timeline. And if you try to make a flow chart, okay, that will help you a lot. That will help you in case of subjective questions, that will help you in case of objective questions and MCQ type questions also. Okay, if you prepare a timeline after reading the NCERT text, it will help you a lot, because the timeline plays a very important role, because with each timeline we find that some new incident happened with them. Okay, see here a timeline has been mentioned, that is 25th December. They reached 3,500 kilometer east of Cape Town. Atrocious weather. The meaning has been given here. Atrocious, I guess you know, something that is very violent, okay, unpleasant, extremely bad. But despite that atrocious weather, they celebrated their Christmas, and they had also designed a Christmas tree also. Okay, now after 25th December, the weather continued to deteriorate. Okay, the weather haven't improved as such. They hoped that the weather will improve, but unfortunately, as we read the NCERT text, we get to know that the weather haven't improved as such. On the contrary, it went on deteriorating. Okay, it worsened. Now let me move on to the next slide. Now see, again another timeline has been given, 2nd January. And what happened on the 2nd January? The first calamity. I guess the screen is visible. Yes, I guess you all can see. And the condition worsened, as there is a clear indication on 25th December only. Waves became gigantic and the winds were screaming. It was, the weather was totally against them. Waves were very gigantic, and nature was totally violent. Okay, we get to know that nature was totally violent. Okay, and what they did, they faced the enormous waves. Okay, the enormous waves, they had to face it, and they made all the preparations, because already they were capable about when there is an emergency, what they will be doing. They were very much capable regarding that. They had the author and Mary, they had taken 16 years of rigorous preparation. Okay, it was almost 1.5 decades of rigorous preparation. They waited, they used the cotton cloth waterproofed with oil, okay, oil skins. And remember, they actually were waiting. Okay, they were waiting for the approaching storm. And remember one thing, the waves were very gigantic. Now the meaning of gigantic is enormous, something that is huge. So they had underwent a mock drilling session, and they waited for the emergency. They waited for that apocalypse. Okay, they waited for that particular storm. Okay, that particular giant sea wave. And as you know, that giant sea wave, it lashed onto the wave walker, and exactly what happened after that, from there on their struggle started, and how they became triumphant at the very end. Now triumphant in the sense that saving the lives, each and everyone's life was saved. Now that is the main important thing related with this particular story. Now I am moving on. Impending disaster. See, one thing, if you read the NCERT text very carefully, dear students, you will get to know that around 6 p.m. there was ominous silence. All of a sudden the wind dropped, the sky grew dark, they were approached by a cloud-like wave. Okay, and it was a very frightening one. And obviously there was a thunderous explosion. Even in one MCQ in Google form today, I have given regarding this particular incident, so try to do it properly. Then from the description we get to know that a torrent of green and white water broke over the ship. The author's head was injured. Okay, not only his head was injured, he was unconscious also for a time being. See, it is written, he almost lost his consciousness and accepted his approaching death. Okay, because it was a very struggling moment for every one of them, as the giant sea wave lashed onto the wave walker. As you know, by this time there was leakage in the wave walker, that that became more prominent after the giant sea wave lashed onto the wave walker. Okay. And remember, not only the author received a head injury, but to be very honest with all of you, he lost his consciousness and he thought that his end was near. And he accepted, it seems that he accepted his approaching death. Okay, I am moving on to the next slide. Okay, now the important thing is that what happened after this outcome, the wave walker was near capsizing because already water entered, there was leakage all over. Okay, now the wave walker was on the verge of being capsized. The meaning of capsized means when a boat overturned, we can say it is capsized. But at that time, another huge wave, okay, turned it upright again, because the first wave led the wave walker to be on the verge of being capsized. Okay, capsized means on the verge of getting overturned. That is the meaning of the term capsize. But again, another huge wave turned it upright once again. Okay, now that is something of a positive thing. Then every one of them went on struggling. And remember, the little children, they also played their part. Okay, see, the waves that were pouring inside were so powerful, he got tossed around the deck like a rag doll. Yes, the wave, it was very powerful, and the author got tossed around from one place to another like a doll. His left ribs cracked, his teeth were broken. This type of information you will find in the NCERT text. His mouth was filled with blood, as you know, but still he was fully determined. And obviously he waited with enough determination and resolution for the next wave. Okay, there was water all around, and as I already told you, that leakage already started, so everything got dismantled. Okay, there was water everywhere. But remember one thing, the narrator, he was very anxious about his family members. He was very much anxious about his children, but he was unable to leave the wheel. When it was his wife came, then he went downstairs to see the condition of the children. Okay, but when he found that both the children are alive, he was relieved. Okay, so now I am moving on to the next one. So Mary shouted that the decks were broken and they were sinking. Obviously the condition of the wave walker was not pathetic, and you all know by this time that the excess water was drained out by them. And see, the electric pump, okay, it stopped functioning. There was a short circuit, as you know. Okay, so Larry and Hub, they went on manually pumping out the water, but they had another electric pump, okay, that was kept. It is a substitute electric pump. They used that one. Okay, and finally it worked also. It was connected with an out pipe so that the excess water can be drained. Okay, the narrator was very panicky. He struggled through water to his children's cabin, but ultimately what he found out, that everyone was safe. That means his daughter and his son, both were safe. Okay, and when he found that both of them were safe, he felt relieved. But obviously, since leakage already started, so the excess water had to be drained out from the wave walker. Now children were safe, but there was a big bump, okay, because as you know, you already know by this time that Suzanne, the daughter, she had a head injury, but apart from that, there was no such problem as such. So he left the children's cabin, as his chief concern was to save the wave walker, because when he found that the children, they were safe, now his main target, obviously jointly he, then his wife Mary and the two crewmen, their target is to save the wave walker. And initially, I guess you all know, they decided to move to Australia, but the condition of the wave walker was not so good that they can move to Australia. Later they selected Amsterdam Island, or Ile Amsterdam, that place where they decided to move. Okay, so now let us move on. See, actually they repaired everything jointly. The starboard side was stuck open, and more water was gushing in. You will find the term like gushing in. So obviously there was leakage, so he went on covering those leakage with the help of waterproof hatched covers, and finally after lot of pumping and steering, okay, as every one of the members were involved, just keeping the children away from this, the other all members were adult members were involved. So finally the water was stopped from seeping in, or we can say finally they were successful in preventing the water from getting in. Okay, now I am moving on. Hand pumps. Remember one thing, the hand pumps actually blocked up the debris. Okay, the electric pump short circuited and the water level also rose threateningly. I already told you regarding this, but they had a substitute electric pump, and as I repeated earlier, I am repeating once again, the author actually attached it with an out pipe so that the excess water can be drained out. Yes, see, he was lucky enough, I am highlighting this, he was lucky enough to get 2 more electric pumps, okay, and they were working. That is the blessing in disguise. And with that the excess water was drained out. And remember, they had to struggle a lot. They tried to get connected to the mayday calls. Mayday calls, we can say the desperate emergency calls, but alas, they were stranded in the middle of the ocean, and it was very difficult that they were in the remote corner of the world. If I am not mistaken, just remember this term, dear students. Now, they were in the remote corner of the world, and obviously, to get a proper connection is very difficult. But they went on trying, but it was in vain. See, they tried to get connected to the mayday calls, but all in vain, because they were far away from the mainland, that is remote corner of the world. They were stranded. That is the correct word I should use here, dear students. They were stranded, and that is the reason the mayday calls, it was not getting activated, and they were not getting any sort of reply as such. What is mayday calls? Very important. One MCQ question I have given today in the Google form I will be sharing with you all. It is related with the mayday call. Mayday call, as I told you, emergency call, distress signal used during emergency procedures. It indicates life-threatening emergencies, especially by aviators and mariners, especially those who are aviators, especially those who are mariners. They use these mayday calls, okay, emergency calls when they are in trouble or when they are in distress. Okay, I am moving on to the next one. The important thing is that not only Sue was courageous, but we find that Jonathan was also courageous, because finally we find that they reached that island, Ile Amsterdam. Okay, see, Sue's head had swollen alarmingly. She was injured, but the most important thing is that she haven't displayed her pain, because she doesn't want to give her father more tension. Okay, she also had a deep cut on her arm. We know that she didn't inform her parents about her injury, as she knew that her father was attending to the more serious issue. And what is that serious issue? Saving the wave walker and the life of all on board. So that was the main serious thing. And finally, remember, it was because of the navigation skills of the narrator that they finally got to discover the location of Ile Amsterdam. I will be discussing that one just now only. Just hold on. So finally what happened is that, see, collective strength and never failing optimism of the sailors made it possible for them to come out of the jaws of death. This particular PPT also I have shared. Okay, so don't worry, it will be shared in WhatsApp also. Okay, so today itself, though Jonathan and Susan did not do anything, I already told you, remember one thing, Jonathan and Susan, okay, they did not do anything but to save wave walker, but they motivated. Both the son and the daughter, they motivated their father. Okay, that is something very, very important. As I referred earlier, they both motivated their father. Okay, they gave extra strength and persistence to the narrator and his team. Okay, the bravery of the strong-willed children is noteworthy in the story. Their bravery, we should not undermine their bravery. Their bravery is something that we should actually be very proud of it, because actively they haven't involved themselves, but obviously they tried to motivate their father, and obviously in not only their father but in other members also, including the crew members also. And we can say we should actually we should not neglect, but we should actually talk about the bravery shown by the strong-willed children. It is very noteworthy, very important in the course of the story. Now before I end, just one important thing I like to say. See, justify the title of the story, We Are Not Afraid to Die. Okay, see, actually this is the title is very much justified. If you look into this story, if you read this story, one thing is very much clear to you, or one thing will be very much clear to you, that the title is perfectly justified. And what is the message? The message that is conveyed is that whatever might be the situation in life, we have to stay positive and we have to stay courageous. Here also we find that the family is united, the family is optimistic, whatever might be the situation, and obviously they are courageous. We find their grit and resolution in the face of the storm, okay, that endangered their survival, but they were very strong enough, okay, and ultimately it was their strong willpower and determination that led them to be victorious. Okay, see, the adults as well as the 6-year-old son and 7-year-old daughter behaved courageously and bravely in the face of the storm. Not only the son but also the daughter, despite having a head injury, the daughter along with the son, they also courageously and bravely faced the storm. Okay, the 6-year-old son John reassured his dad that he was not afraid to die, and it was the actually what Jonathan told his father. That is actually the title of the chapter, We Are Not Afraid to Die If We All Can Be Together. That means family unity is given the highest importance. Okay, these fearless words motivated the narrator to do his best to save the damaged boat, and later on became the title of the story. I told you this is a very motivational dialogue that was being uttered by whom? That was being uttered by Jonathan. This not only motivated the narrator to give his best, but later on in this particular chapter, this is the title also. Okay, so I guess it is clear to all of you. And finally, the person without a purpose is like a sheep without a rudder. So obviously we should have a purpose in life, and if we all stay united, if we show grit and determination, definitely we can overcome any problem in our life. Okay, so with that I like to end my class. Thank you everyone. I guess all of you understood whatever been told. It's a revision chapter. I tried to give you a lot of information related or dealt with this chapter. I hope you all understood. Is there any doubt at the back of your mind related with this story, or everything is clear to you all? Everything is clear? Have you all understood? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So
Yes, sir.
okay. So one MCQ, 15 questions are given. Just wait before you leave the class. 15 MCQ questions are given in Google form. I will be giving out the link. Okay, please kindly do everyone. Okay, everyone should do, and let's see whether you can get 15 out of 15 or not. Automatically you will be getting your score. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a nice day and stay safe. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.